Hi everyone. I can't see anybody. We are going to make a clear vinyl project pouch today. Well, we're going to attempt to make one. I've never made one. So we're going to get through this together. Hi, Kim. So I'm going to slowly start cutting this out, and I'll give you guys the measurements so that you can make your own too. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Vicky. Wow, are you watching me live for once? This is great. Hi, Rebecca. So we are going to turn the ruler the correct direction. That would probably help some things. I always do this wrong. There we go. Every time. Every time. There we go. Okay. So we're making a little project bag. Hi, Lisa. Can't stay but say hi. I'll watch the replay tomorrow. Who was that?
Rebecca.
Oh, Rebecca, that's okay. The replay will be here. Hi, Lori. So I'm cutting out two pieces that are 12 by 5 out of canvas. And my rotary cutter is... Oh. My rotary cutter has been used for cuddle. That's what happened. So it's just a little floofy right now. It'll be okay. I'm actually gonna just open that up real quick. There we go. That's a problem. Okay. And Michael's over here. He's going to be doing comments, and we are going to take a little field trip over to the machine after I cut this, and we're going to sew it. I feel like I have to get way down here so you can either see my face or what I'm doing, and I figure it's more important for you to see what I'm doing and look at my face.
Sammy says hiya.
Hi, Sammy. Hey, I was going to tag you until we forgot. I'm sorry. But I really was. So we're using this, again, because I'm supposed to be sewing strikes like, you know, a responsible business owner, and I haven't done them all. And the round closes in, 5 days. I haven't even sewn mine yet. Don't tell my team. It's great. So we're cutting out two pieces that are 12 by 5.
Pretty sure you just ratted yourself out.
Why is this so loose?
I don't know. It does it every now and again. It's really annoying.
No, that's not normal. Oh. It's loose because you put the screw on upside down, you silly.
Oh.
There we go. Hi, Tammy. I think I just packed your order. I'm not sure. Did you get a shipping notification? I probably just packed your order. I don't even know what day it is anymore, okay? It's fine.
Sammy says I'm folding laundry. It's okay. I got lucky, and when I logged into Facebook, it showed me, thankfully.
What's going on with my rotary cutter? Well, my rotary cutter's not happy with me. That's fine. We're also going to use this bright pink zipper tape, because why not? Hi. Oh, gosh. Is it Marcia or Marcia? I feel like I can never get it right, no matter what I try. So there's that. And we're actually going to also play with some vinyl that is clear. I've never actually made one of these, so it should be fun. And the clear, Marcia. Thank you, Marcia. Hello, Marcia. I'm gonna get it right, I swear. You're out of zipper tape till you can get paid, Sammy. Well, zipper tape's on sale all weekend, but I'm sure I will do it again. So the one problem with clear is it's really hard to see it on your cutting surface. Like, I can't see what I'm doing at all. I think I got it though. So these are gonna be seven and a half by 12. I am triple checking this because I can't see anything. There we go. Okay, we're going with it. We're going with it, guys. It's gonna be fine. So it works on that. My rotary cutter's just angry with me. That's what it is. Okay, so this, and I want to show everybody this because I didn't know, but now I know. This has this little plastic layer on it that you actually peel off. And I'm not sure if you're supposed to cut it or not, but I just did, so it's fine. That's what it looks like. It's all sparkly. There's no right side or wrong side. It sparkles from both sides. Hi, Nicole. And then we need one more of those. Finally got my ruler the right way. And I know Vicky's gonna like totally shame me for having my rotary cutter not locked, but I'm using it.
Janetta says good evening.
Hi, Janetta. Okay, and there's that. Come on. Okay. So there's those two. And if you can't get that sheet off, like, see how it's hard to tell? You scrunch it a little bit, you'll be able to tell. Hi, Lexi. So there's that. So this is basically the gist of how it's gonna look. And I'm pretty excited. Oh, I guess I should probably say, oh man, this is how it's gonna look, and I'm pretty excited. So now that we're done with that, and we have our pieces, there's those. Then we need zipper tape, because I'm using Zipper by the Yard. Also, Zipper 3-yard cuts are $5 this weekend for Black Friday. It's gonna be Black Friday every Friday until next Black Friday, if you're me. Hi, Lisa. So, yeah, Zipper tape 3-yard cuts are $5 for Flash Friday. Look, I'm gonna get it. I will get this right. And this is one of the new colors, and I love it. Probably why my rotary cutter doesn't work, huh? Because I use it for zipper tape. But look at how nice and straight that cuts. Okay, so 10.5-inch zipper. I'm using number 5. You can use number 3, I imagine. I picked some random measurements and kind of have an idea of how I'm going to wing it. So, like, don't cut one out until mine's successful. Just fair warning. So there's my zipper, and I need a matte black zipper pull to match. And I don't know where I've put those, so let me go find those. And let's see. I think I know where those are. Ah! All of the matte black zipper pulls. Okay, so we need one of those. They're just like the regular pop tab zipper pulls. See that, there you go. So there's that. And then I like to cheat when I do this kind of stuff, and I will take my canvas, and I'm actually going to be folding these up 1/4 inch, so I'm going to grab my small ruler so that it's manageable. And I'm going to mark a line, so if I'm folding it up 1/4 inch, I'm going to mark a line at 1/2 inch so I have something to fold it to. Pro tip. And I mark it with a regular pen because my heat erase pen, my fabric marking pen, is over there somewhere. Plus this shows up better on camera. That's what we're going to go with. So I marked a line. And I'm going to mark a line on the other side because we're going to fold both sides down so that when we put it over the clear, it's got nice finished edges on the canvas because we don't want it fraying. And I'm going to do that to both pieces. Hi, Joy. There's one. And I will put all these measurements like in the description in a comment somewhere. I'll make sure that you have them so that you don't have to rewind me 700 times. Unless you want to rewind me 700 times, I suppose you could. So there's that. And then I'm actually just going to do a little bit of the prep over here at the table since you're all here anyway. So I am grabbing my basting tape, my double-sided tape. I don't know if you can even hear me. Hopefully you can hear me from across my shop. My double-sided basting tape. Hi, Gloria. So this stuff is amazing. And we're going to use that to get our nice clean edges. This is like 1/16 of an inch. It's fabulous. I buy this from a wholesaler. If we really want to have it available, I could probably bring it into the shop. But I love that it's super skinny. That is my favorite. Did you really put away all my scissors? Oh, thank you. I'm going to use these. It's fine. Mr. Mary Beth made it over here, cleaning up the shop, managed to put away all of my stuff for me, which was amazing, except now I don't have scissors. Hi, Miriam. But I didn't have to clean my shop, so we're not going to be picky. I may or may not have asked him to put them away without even thinking about it, too, though. You want some scissors, Sammy? Or some double-sided tape? How delayed are the comments today? So then I'm going to fold the edge of my fabric up to the, oh my goodness, let go of me.
She said tape.
You want double-sided tape? We can probably bring that in. So I am just folding my fabric up to my line at 1/4 inch. Because when I go to top stitch it, I'll use an 1/8 of an inch seam allowance. It'll be right in the middle. In theory. So because I drew that line, look at how nice and straight that is, and I didn't have to iron it. Hi, Michelle. Michelle, guess what? There's one very, very, very full box over there for you with a label on it, and it's going to the post office on Monday. And I'm very excited. I may or may not have shoved all of the extra things I could find in it for you. If only I had done the live before I packed your box, you'd be like, oh my gosh, and be careful opening it, like, it's full. It's very full. I was getting my money's worth out of that shipping. Well, we were. I'm really excited too. Like, I hope you love it, obviously.
Sammy's like, I need a sugar daddy for my handbag making habit.
I mean, you could do that, Sammy. I don't know that I recommend that, but to each their own. Good luck. Okay, so there's one. And, I mean, you could iron this and do it that way, too. You don't have to. If your machine doesn't like double-sided tape, don't use it. There's 70 billion ways to do this. Oh, wow. Yeah, I put that tape on so straight. So very, very straight. Okay. So there's that one, and then we're going to do the other side. Your other half wouldn't like it either? Yeah, I feel like that might kind of be a problem for you. Okay. So there's that. Now we're going to fold these sides over. And then I have to pick something to use for zipper tabs. I think I might just go raid the scrap bin. Or, ooh, do we have any pink over there I could use for zipper tabs from my last live? At this point, this is going to be one very hodgepodgey bag, so it's fine. That's not big enough. What do we got in the scrap bin? Here's one side. Here's the other side. So double-sided tape is my best friend. I know a lot of you have machines that don't like it, so you don't have to use it. And I will do another one of these that I don't use it on. But I couldn't for the life of me. I don't know that that really matches this at all, but let's see. How bad does that look? What do we think? Is it that bad? This would be just the zipper tabs, this very sparkly, which is also on the website. But anyway, I will eventually make one of these for everybody that doesn't use the double-sided tape. I happen to have zero brain power to figure it out. Kim Artman says it looks cute. Okay, Kim, we're going with it. That was one approval. That's all I needed is one person to have my back. Yeah, but anyway, it's been a really long day over here. I've been packing tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of Black Friday. Look, it's gonna be black. I swear to you, I'm sorry. Hi, Lisa. It's gonna, yeah. I've been packing tons and tons and tons of Flash Friday orders. And so my brain's just fried and I didn't have it in me to figure out how to make it without double-sided tape. This was just the easiest way to go to sew one up, show everybody how I do it. I figure most of you have found at least one double-sided tape that works with your machine. So hopefully. So then I'm going to take, I just peeled the double-sided tape off the protector for it. And I am going to actually take my clear vinyl and I'm going to line it up to the line of my fabric. So to that same line I just lined up before. And this is very easy because it's clear. And then you'll have something like this. Ooh, pretty. Okay? And I guess I should show you what the back side looks like. So this is how the back looks. Use machine oil on your needle. Oh, Kim, that's a good idea. Okay. Okay, yeah, I like that. My machine actually has it. It's got an oil pan, so it'll do that for me. That must be why it does okay with the tape. You learn something new every day. Thanks. So now, instead of putting the other thing of double-sided tape along the top edge, I'm actually going to put it right on my clear vinyl because it'll be easier to line up that way. I think. That's a personal preference thing. And then you'll do the same with the other panel once we get this done. For those of you that want the Reader's Digest version, you're going to have to watch me do the other panel still. And I'm actually going to turn it upside down so that it's easier to line it up. So there's that. It's nice and finished on the top and on the other side. Then we'll just stitch across that line. But I'm going to do the other one first so that by the time I drag you all over to the machine, we're staying at the machine until we're done. Because that field trip is no fun on camera, I promise. Field trips are usually fun, but not when you have to look away from the video. Okay, so there's that one. There we go. Okay. Also, my goal is to do some more lives. So for those of you that tend to pop on these all the time, I know Nicole gave me an idea of something she wanted to see, but what do you want to see me do live? What do you need inspiration for, help with, motivation? What is it that you want to see me doing? Because I definitely don't have enough ideas to do this on my own and still do this a lot. So I am open to suggestions. Hi, Lynn. Turn it upside down. There's that one. So now we are going to put our zipper pull on. Love my giant cutting table. It's 8 feet by 5 feet. It's amazing. 7 feet by 5 feet? 7 by 5. So anyway, I love my cutting table. I'm not sure if I'm even allowed to use this on Facebook Live or I'm going to get banned for it, but here we are. I'm singeing the ends of my zipper. Please don't report me. Just so I don't fray. And then I have a zipper jig for this, but it's over there. And I can never get it to stay still on a live in frame because of the way I have to use it. It's mounted. And it's hard to get a good view on that for you guys. So I just put them on like that. Ta-da. Magic. These zipper pulls and zipper tape, I know this is going to sound like a total paid promotion, but I guess it can't be paid if they're mine. Anyway, so the zipper pulls go on these really easily. My husband's laughing at me over here. I'm a mess. But I really like that. You don't have to struggle too bad. If you're afraid of number 5 or zipper by the yard period, it'd probably be a good place for you to start. Plus, if you do it today, you can get pulls and tape and it's a less than $10 investment. So that's not bad. So So I'm going to throw away all my garbage. And then we're going to cut 2 small zipper tabs out of this. And hi, Becky. And put those on our zipper. And away we'll go. So I'm actually just going to cut a 1-inch strip off because it's about 4 inches wide. I am not going to cut a 1-inch strip off, apparently. My rotary blade and I are not friends today. There we go. Now I have a 1-inch strip. Oh, I don't even know that I can pronounce this name. I'm going to butcher it. Kaiju? Maybe? Phonetic spellings definitely help. And I will do my best to learn them. I know. So then I'm just going to cut this in half so that I have like an 1.5 inch, 2-inch piece for each side of the zipper, because this zipper is going to have tabs on both ends for this project. Then I'm going to put some double-sided tape on it so I can put it on my zipper and hold it there. And I'm going to put it on both sides just like I did with my canvas. Just like that. I didn't put it all the way to the edges because I know this piece is way too big for my zipper, and I'm going to aim for the middle and it'll be fine. But if you're doing one that's exactly 1.25 inches and fits your tape perfectly, put it all the way to the edges. I, on the other hand, do this a lot and I don't have to worry about it. There we go. So there's those. Then we're going to peel both of the backings off on one. And I actually kind of just do this in one fell swoop. I'll take it in my hand like this. It's going to be really hard to show you on video. And I will just kind of put my zipper in and make sure that it's folded so that the front and back line up. Just like that. And then I will top stitch it. And I clearly aimed for the middle. Yeah. This is why we measure things when it's not a zipper tab. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. In my defense, though, it's a lot harder when it's in the air and you're looking at it in reverse on the camera. So, I have an excuse.
How's your phone battery?
It's probably fine.
Okay.
Okay, so there's the other one. And then we are going to, I think, let's see, do I have everything I need from the cutting table? 1 piece, 2 piece, 3 piece. I think that's all, right? I feel like this is, like I'm missing things because it's such a simple project with not a lot of pieces. I feel like I've missed something. Okay, for those of you that get motion sick, look away now. We're going on a field trip. It's going to get a little bumpy. And we're going to get a slight tour of the shop while we're at it. And there's the vinyl wall. Here's me. There's all the vinyl I'm checking in. There's my disaster of a desk. There's more vinyl. There's my ironing board under all the vinyl. Yeah, we can see why I didn't iron today. I can't get to my ironing board. And here's my machine. We have landed. Look at that. I've actually never sewn clear vinyl on this machine, so we're going to try it. And I might need to turn my big light on so you guys can see a little bit better. Hi, Sarah! So we are watching me sew a very loud clear project bag with some bright zipper tape. Yeah, will you turn that on? Let's see if that helps. Oh, there we go. Can you see better now? Yes, you can. I'm sure you can. So first things first, we're going to stitch the ends of our zipper. And I have the same pink thread in from the bag I made last time. I haven't sat at my machine since then. I've been busy. So we are going to, I'm trying to figure out which way I want to do this here. We're going to top stitch our zipper tab down. And I'm going to bring the other one around and do the same thing. Much faster to just chain sew if you can. Somebody somewhere told me this and it changed my sewing life. It was so great. So there's that. Both of my tabs. Can you see them? There we go. And this will be caught in the seam allowance, so it's not a big deal. So there's my zipper. Then I'm going to top stitch both of these down now. And I've actually never sewn clear vinyl on this machine, so this could be an adventure. We don't know yet. Hopefully it doesn't stick too bad to my resin pour. Oh, Sarah, this is a resin pour table that I made. So that's fun. For those of you that don't know, Sarah makes really super cool keychains, badge reels, and they're interchangeable. They're like the coolest thing ever. I met her at a craft fair. She does super cool stuff. So for any of you that need like stocking stuffers or things for Christmas, she's a great option. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's totally fine. I think. It feels so weird the way that it feeds because it's not like normal. But I think it's doing, I mean, it's getting consistent stitch length, so that's really all that matters. So there's one. You love the colors. So a funny story. If you go back a few lives, you'll hear this. So I hated it the minute I was done pouring it. I was like, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And I've sat down at this machine for like 5 months now, and I really love it. It took me a minute, but I got there, and I do kind of love it, actually. I think it was just kind of shocking for me at first. I think that's what it was, honestly. So I'm actually going to try this where I roll the vinyl up on the sides to keep it off my table, and hopefully that'll help it go through a little smoother. I don't know. I know a lot of people say use a Teflon foot, but I don't have one. But I do know that I'm going to have to trim this other panel off. Otherwise we're going to get stuck. But that's what it looks like. So I did okay. Got a good solid top stitch on it. I think the top stitching looks pretty okay. I've seen worse. I've had worse. So here we go. Oh, there we go. Okay, there's two. And it's just rolled up like it comes. Yeah. There's that. So then, this is the easy part, I think. All you have to do, and this is going to have more double-sided tape, is lay your zipper out kind of like this, and I'll show you once I tape it too. But you'll lay your zipper out You'll put your fabric, because it's nice folded edge already, on your zipper up to your zipper teeth, or like even, not like right up to them. Give yourself enough space for your zipper pull to move. And then you'll just top stitch it down. So I'm going to use more double-sided tape because double-sided tape is life. And I'm going to put it kind of on the bottom edge of my zipper tape so that I can keep it straight and hopefully not really bulk up my seam with it. And I'll put it all the way across the tabs. Just on the one side for right now. We'll do the other side in a minute. Because the more zipper tape, wow, yeah, okay. The more double-sided tape you put on things, the more likely you are to peel the carrier sheet off and stick it to something and cause a problem for yourself. Ask me how I know. Yeah. So we will peel this. I swear to you, we will peel this off. Just like that. And I'm going to take my first piece, whichever side I want to be the front. I like this side, so this is going to be the outside. So I'll put my zipper here, and I will put my piece on the table in front of it and make sure that I have about half an inch on each side of my zipper tape. And then I will carefully bring it up over my zipper tape, still as even as possible, and stick it down. And if I hold it up and I like it, that looks pretty straight to me. I don't think I'm going to get much better, so I'm going to go ahead and stitch that down. I think that's pretty good. I don't think I'm going to get better than that. We've seen me try to use words today, and that's not going very well, so I'm just not going to push my luck. So we're going to stitch that down, and I'm actually going to top stitch all the way along this folded piece at the top, just so that it's all tacked down, basically. And then I kind of hold my fabric so there's a little bit of tension here. I hold it like this. I'm not pulling it backwards out of the machine or anything. But it gives me a little bit of like, it holds everything kind of nice and tight so that it gets a good stitch on it. And same thing, we'll move our zipper out of the way, just like last time. And we'll keep going. And if you wanted to, come on, there we go. If you wanted to add a bag tag to this, you could do it now, but I would actually measure it and put it on your fabric right here before you fold it in half so that it's only stitched through one layer. And I would probably put like a little bit of Decaville Light behind it or some SF101. This is a canvas, it's a little thicker, so I didn't. But then also you have this nice clean edge on the inside the way that we did it. And the outside looks like that. So I'll zip my zipper back up, and I will do the same thing on the other side, and I will try to make them even. But so far, looking pretty good. Nice and sparkly, which is our favorite. For those of you that didn't see this, this is actually, I posted like 4-second videos, four or five of them, on Facebook yesterday. Maybe yesterday? I don't know. Because I listed all the vinyl that you've all been bugging me to list. So all the vinyl's listed, and we're starting to get photos up. It's got the generic photo with all the colors right now. And I know that's a little confusing, so we're going to actually have individuals soon, I promise. But where's it going? What was I saying? What was I saying? I don't know what I was saying. Great. Oh, yeah, I posted like 4-second videos of 4 or 5-second videos of these. And there are this one is one of them. There are 2 clear and 2 sparkles because I took small videos while we were taking photos for the website. And I've stuck my double-sided tape to my bag. It's actually just stuck on there. And then I'm going to look at this and see, ooh, I want that to be the outside because that flower right there looks really nice. So then I'm going to line it up so it's even. Let's see. I actually need to move that down a little bit. And normally I would press my zipper tape, but because this is brand new and I haven't stored it all crinkled up, it's pretty okay, and you can't see my ironing board, so here we are. So I think that's pretty even, but I think I can do a little bit better. I'll move it down just a smidge. There we go. That's pretty good. So I know you can't see this, but it looks pretty even now. And the sides are lined up pretty well. Well, not quite. There we go. There we go. Now the sides are lined up pretty good. We're gonna move this one. The second side's always harder because you got to match it to the first side. The first side's easy because you can just sew it on. And then you don't have to worry about it as much. But now you got to match because you don't want a lopsided zipper. Hi, Gail. There we go. That looks pretty good. So now we're going to roll up this side all the way onto the fabric. We're going to put the other side through the machine. Top stitch. There we go. Oh, and it came undone. That's the one thing about double-sided tape. If you are using a canvas, sometimes it doesn't stick super great. So we're going to just be careful with it. Okay. Move my zipper out of the way. Make sure my piece of canvas is flat. Keep going. And somehow I managed to make them slightly uneven again, but that's okay. We can fix that. So now, this is what we have. We have one panel, basically, and we're going to put it right sides together. And the beauty of clear vinyl and similar is it's very easy to just sew all four sides together and be done. However, you can do what's called a French seam if you'd really like. Hi, Mary Beth. Every time. Feels so weird. Every time. One of these days I'll get used to it probably, but you can do what's called a French seam if you want your seams to be nice and hidden, but I am lazy. Someday I'll show you how to do a French seam, not today. So I'm going to start by matching up my 2 points here and clipping them so that I know that those are straight. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Because out of this whole thing, those are the only 2 things that you care about lining up. Hi, Patty. And then, if you lay this flat, you can actually just stick your vinyl to itself and you don't even really have to clip it. But I'm going to clip it. And you can box the corners on this if you want. I'm not going to box the corners on mine because I am actually going to use this for like a project bag and it doesn't really need dimensions. I just want to be able to put all my pieces in it and or my templates for when I go to like teach a class or something. It's just easier. So then I will start on one side and I will use a 1/4 inch seam allowance and sew down, across, and up the other side because you don't have to do the lining. Like, you don't have to turn it through the lining. You'll just turn it through the zipper at the top. Just make sure your zipper's open and you don't have to leave a hole for turning because the hole's at the top. It's quite nice. And I will, of course, trim my zipper tabs off before we're done. And I do recommend, if you don't want your thread to show, don't use bright pink with clear vinyl. But I'm using bright pink because that is what is in my machine and I do not care. Okay. And I actually am going to sew it from the other side because that's the side I can see on. Here we go. And you'll backstitch really well at the beginning and end. I feel like you all know this, at least. And I'm just going kind of slow just because I've never really put these materials through this specific machine. I've sewn with them, but I'm not super versed in this yet, so I'll just turn the corner once I get to the end and I'll keep going. And when you turn the corner, make sure your needle's on the uptake. That's how you get the not skipped stitches. Like, I'll show you, I got nice, perfect corners. So apparently this is very easy to sew on this machine. So I will see how I'm bringing my needle back up just a little bit. And then I'll turn, come up the other side. So this part might be a little difficult because it's going up to several layers. So I'm actually going to hand crank it even though I probably don't have to. Yeah, probably not. I just have always learned that better safe than sorry. And then backstitch. Trim our threads. Trim our zipper ends. I trim my zipper ends as one of the last things just because I think it's easier that way. That way it doesn't start to like unravel or get in your way or fold any like a funky way or something. So there's that. And then I am actually also going to, you can kind of see, oh, see those corners? That's how you get a nice corner. See how it's two different lengths, heights, widths. It's one sticks out over the other. I'm going to trim them to be the same. And this clear vinyl cuts like butter. There's that one. I'm going to do the bottom is actually pretty great, and the other side is a little funky, so I'm going to trim that one too. You don't want to trim your seam allowance too short with this. So I wouldn't like trim any extra off, because you want it to have a little bit of grip, of like vinyl to grip. And there's that. So then, we're done. Now we just turn it inside out, or right side out. That easy. You can use a blow dryer for this if necessary, but I just grab it, manhandle it. We need to make woman handle a term, because Michael can't birth bags like me. He brings them to me. So really, there we go. And the one thing that is kind of like difficult about this in a way is that it sticks to itself. So it's not necessarily difficult to turn, it's just difficult to smooth it out at the end. But a blow dryer really does work wonders. There we go. And you can use a turning tool for this too. Just be careful with your vinyl, of course, just like always. There we go. It's getting there. Corners are the hardest part to poke out of this whole project. And I do find that if you work it a decent amount, you can actually poke them out. I'm just using my finger at this point. You can actually poke them out fairly easily the more you work it, because it's starting to warm the vinyl up. So that makes it pretty easy, and then you'll poke your zipper tabs out on both sides. I gotta poke this other corner out real quick. When I made these before, and I never made this exact pattern or anything, but when I made clear pouches with bottoms like this, I always rounded the bottoms, but I didn't have my curve tool to do that handy, so I didn't. But I think I did an okay job without having rounded corners. So then I'm just going to smooth it out. I'm going to get this corner out a little bit better, just because I know I can. I know I can do better than that. Okay, and then it's done. That was it. It's done. It's completely finished. You can put all your rulers in it for taking to class. You can put all your hardware in it. I don't even know what else I have over here to show you that I could put in it, but you can put lots of stuff in it. Your rotary cutter maybe. Anything. And there it is. You want to throw me a rotary cutter? No, don't throw me a rotary cutter. Do you want to hand me nicely a rotary cutter, please? I'll put a few things in here and show you what it looks like. Let's see. Yeah. And you could put like a little wristlet strap here. Put your rotary cutter in it. That's what I plan on doing. My rotary cutter, all my sewing tools that I use all the time. So then I have like a little bag to take to class. It was super fun, super easy. This vinyl's on the site. This fabric's up for pre-order. Man, I used everything of mine today. That's pretty rare. Normally, I have to send you links to like 6 other shops. I was just so excited to use the new zipper tape, so I used that. The poles and the zipper tape are on my website also. So the matte black is new. Yeah, so basically you can basically get everything on my site, but there's lots of other places that sell canvas, zipper tape, you know, perfect for sporting events that require clear bags. Yes, so the reason that I started bringing clear in, I got some schmutz on here, sorry. The reason I started bringing clear in is because I had a lot of people requesting them, but like, you don't want a basic, boring, ugly clear, like sparkles, hello. So, you know, here we are. Yeah, that's it. Holds all my stuff. It's going to be in my new little class bag. I will post the measurements for you guys so you can make your own. You could do like a little, if you wanted a wristlet, you could do some of these. I have these in matte black, but they're buried in there somewhere. You could do one of these little hardware dealios on the outside. I prefer these over putting the little tab in because I think that little tab gets a lot of wear, and these screw through both layers just like that, and then they have this little D-ring. They're very slim. They look nice. You could even do one on each side and make it a crossbody if you really wanted to. The options are pretty endless. It's a basic like pattern. I actually came up with this on the fly as I was cutting it out. I wrote my measurements down for you. I didn't plan this. Like, this was a live. I was like, I need to do a live today because I promised. And here we are. So that's what it looked like. If you does anybody have any questions for me or anything else that you'd like to see on a future live? Because I could do that. I can do the things for you. Oh, and also look at my silver marking pen. Hi, Kimberly. Let me pull this out and show you. Michael made me a silver marking pen. Isn't that pretty? So this is what I use to mark vinyl. It's like the wipe away, like the Tandy refills. That's what goes in this. It's a silver marking pen. Here, I can show you. On my vinyl. There. So you just, and then it just wipes away. Which of course you can't see on camera as well, but it is wiping away. And if you, so you can see this is a little slouchy here. If you wanted to put, like say, I would say probably a layer of Decaville Light on half of this so that it's not the whole way on the inside. And I would avoid your seam allowance down here. I would put it from that line we drew up to halfway. And that's it. You could do that too and it'd give you a little bit more structure. I didn't personally care. I think what I'm actually going to do is punch a hole right here and put then my clip I didn't screw on. There we go. And put a grommet through it so that I can just clip a D-ring or clip a swivel hook to the bag. And then if I needed to hook several of them together, they'd all have a hole punched in the corner with a grommet and I could just hook them all together so that if I say needed 2 or 3 project bags, I could. So if nobody has any questions, I'm gonna go finish cutting vinyl for orders with Michael, and I guess I'll see you on the next live. I'll wait like a minute or less, and if somebody has questions though, because I know this is super laggy for comments, and I'm gonna say goodbye, and then you're gonna have show me the glitter wall. Okay, so the glitter wall's in the house. This is my sewing studio, which is technically outside of my house. It's my attached garage, but there's no door into the house. It's its own separate, like, yeah. So I will send you a picture of the glitter wall. There is a whole wall. Oh, do you need your rotary cutter back? I guess you could have that. Hi, Nicole.
Thank you.
So, yeah. Thanks for doing the live, Kim. Oh, you're welcome. I'm just gonna be Vanna here for a minute. I'm actually pretty proud of this. I've never made one. It's an on-the-fly pattern, and I think it turned out pretty good. I'm happy with it. And you could box the bottom if you wanted. So you could do like, I'll show you kind of what it would look like with the boxed bottom with my supplies in it. It wouldn't have the little triangle sticking out to the side, but that's what it would look like with a boxed bottom. And I actually, when I do box bottoms, I like how quick it is too. When I do box bottoms for clear anyway, I actually have a kind of special hack almost. I will use a single piece instead of 2 panels. I'll use one single solid piece the whole way. And I will actually fold, let me see if I can show you an example with my scrap vinyl. So say that this is, I'm going to trim this off so you can actually see what I'm doing without it being a whole mess. Say that this is the whole piece, your zipper's up here, and it comes down and back up. So to box a corner on the vinyl, or on the vinyl like this, I actually just fold it like that and stitch it. And then when you turn it out, it will actually box your corner for you. And it'll have like a nice, like smooth triangle. You don't have to trim anything. It's nice and even. So I really like that method. I will show you guys how to do one of those in a future live too, I think. But if there's things you want to know how to make, want to see me do, I have zero problem giving you all sorts of free patterns. Like, they're 3 measurements, they're square. If you really wanted templates, I suppose I could cut you templates, but they're nothing fancy. But I feel like if I teach you guys enough of the techniques, you'll be able to do some of these fun things yourselves and play around, and, you know, it could be fun. So, but I'm definitely open to requests. So if you have something you want to learn how to do, and it's something I know how to do and can teach you, I will do a live, I will teach you. I am going to show everybody how to assemble tassels. Somebody requested that. I just haven't had a chance to, I don't have my own fringe guide. I haven't had a chance to cut myself one to use for a demo. As soon as I get that done, I will cut a fringe guide out. Oh my goodness. I need to go to bed. I will cut a tassel out with my fringe guide, and I will show you how to make a tassel zipper pull and a tassel. I'll show you a few different ways. That way you know how to use the tools. Anyway, I think we're about 3/4 of the way through this giant. What time is it where I am? It's 9 o'clock and I'm an old lady, so I am falling asleep. Not really falling asleep. I just, functioning is difficult for me all the time, and it gets worse after 9. Can I do a video showing that box corner option you just demonstrated? Yes. Michelle, I absolutely will do that. Why don't I will, I had somebody request to see the new Shattered Shimmer vinyl, sewn up. So I could probably do a pouch with that as the box bottom, tomorrow or the next day. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe I could do a little Sunday sewing. I don't know who I'm kidding, but I could try. Oh, it's midnight there, Kim? Wow. Okay, yeah, see, I will stop complaining about how tired I am. Thank you for staying up until midnight for me. I appreciate it. Even if it wasn't just for me. I'm gonna say I appreciate it like it was for me. Yeah. Michelle, I will do my very best to do a little Sunday sewing tomorrow and do a demo for it. I really like that method of boxing corners for beginners because it doesn't require you to have like super precise skill yet. It's a little bit more forgiving. So yeah, I will plan a few things, and I will make sure that I leave them up so you guys can all go reference them all the time. And I'm off to cut some vinyl and fall asleep. No, it's good. I'm glad I got to see you. I'm glad you showed up to the live too, Kim. I love it when all my favorite people show up on lives and I get to, like, chat with you like you're here. I know it's not the same, but, like, I imagine you're on the East Coast if it's midnight there, so it's, like, not super close to me. This is the best we can do. But it's always a lot of fun to have all my favorite people. Okay, well, I am gonna do a little bit of planning. If you want to leave some comments, if anybody that's watching this on the replay wants to leave comments and they want to see, like, a technique or something, let me know. Just leave me a comment. I go back and read the comments on these lives. Like, you can tag me, you can message me, you can email me. Just don't call me on the phone. You can text me, just don't call me on the phone because I won't answer it. That's basically the only rule. I mean, you can call me, I'm just not going to answer it. So, yeah, if for those of you that have new ideas that come to you or you're watching this later, let me know what you want. And I will be happy to get it planned and maybe even put a schedule up. Maybe. We'll try. Okay, well, good night. I am off to cut vinyl and get some rest because Kim said so. And it's midnight there, so I better listen to her. I will see you guys later. Good night, Greg. Oh, I already know, Sarah. I know. Bye.